What's up everyone, Bo here, and I've had a couple of requests to do some in-depth tutorials about digital art, Photoshop, and all that good stuff. One in particular was asking me to go over the brushes that I use, so I've kind of got eager and started without you, but that's okay, we'll go over it again. So before I start, I want to let you know that if you're just starting out especially, it's pretty detrimental to art and being an artist that you don't go for the fancy stuff right away. You should probably learn with the fundamentals before you start downloading, special effects brushes and stuff like that. That being said, these aren't really that special. These artists are fantastic that created these, but they're just simple brushes really, and you'll see that here in a second. So the first one is from CubeBrush, Mark Brunette, and he has a video, and I'll post the links below in the description box on where you can get some of these. He has video on how to make this brush, so I followed the video and I made my own. And if we make this ginormous here, let me up the opacity, you'll see that it's a square with some kind of like fuzzy textures going on in the middle, but more importantly, you'll notice it's kind of got this gradient. The edges have been softened, and so what that translates to when you sketch things, which by the way, if you notice, I sketch things starting at like 40%, you get this like awesome like textured situation going on, and the reason I don't sketch things at 100% is because there's nowhere to go from 100%. I've talked about this time and time again in my live streams, but I've never really recorded a video and made it short enough to where anybody will pay attention to that. But I think it's important to, get your overall design of, your dude or whatever you're drawing. And then once you're comfortable with it, crank that opacity up to 100%, and you can make that design official. Beautiful. So the second brush pack, well, I say brush pack, I think I have like a bunch of packs all mixed in here, so you'll have to excuse me, is from Nonface1789. I hope I'm saying that right, and she is phenomenal. She's got just some really dark stuff going on. I love her stuff. But this is another sketching brush that I use. I'll show you examples of the brushes. But she has kind of more of this rough textured brush. So when you go to sketch, it kind of looks like this right here. Just jagged edges and, imperfection, and I like that kind of thing because it makes your eye kind of search for the little things that are happening. So with these brushes over here, you can kind of get some kind of effect like this. I'll show you more here in a minute. This is a very quick speed paint of Lara Croft. I did this in like 30 minutes. I don't know what's going on up here with this like bald spot that I gave her. Well, whatever, I'll fix that later. And for these brushes right here, we have Berserk, Guts from Berserk, I should say, and you can immediately tell the difference that these brushes produce. And with erasing, it's the exact same thing. I just, erase with whatever brush I'm sketching with, if that makes sense. So yeah, that opacity is very, very important, and I think it's very easy to fuck that up. I'm sorry, screw that up. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so the last brush set, and it's really like mixed in here, but Ahmed Aldori, or Ahmed Aldori, and he has a bunch of brushes that I just downloaded the pack, and I think they all kind of scattered in here, but I know I use a couple from him. The one I can think about right now is his airbrush, and this is a very standard airbrush. I mean, I don't even know if he really did anything to it, but it looks like basically the one that's in every version of Photoshop. And I'll use this for subtle gradients, maybe for shading in or coloring, things of that nature. I used it to color Lightning from Final Fantasy. So that's really it. If I'm doing like armor or mountains or something, I might hit it up with like a speckled texture brush. The other thing I want to talk about is my mixer brush tool, and that's kind of the same thing. So the mixer brush basically picks up a color, black or whatever, and it causes it to mix in. See, I picked up white, and now I'm mixing the white in over here, and now I've got my black on palette. And now it's kind of smearing everywhere. So anyway, what I'm getting at is you can mix mix colors together, and you can use it to completely blend something. You know, like if we go to Lara Croft here, we can make this all look smooth, you know, by flipping between the black and white and you know, making things happen here. You can smooth all this out. Actually, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why it's not really being effective. There you go. So you could work on this all day, smoothing these things out. This is a better example with lightning. You can tell I kind of got lazy down here. We just wanted to focus on her face here, but this is pretty well smoothed out with her face. This is an example of something that I just sketched out kind of like this, and then spent, you know, a good probably 25-30 minutes smoothing her face out. So, and with the mixer brush, you know, look at my settings here. Everything's really low. Again, I start out low, that way I can build up. So, that being said, I hope that this helps with some of your brush needs, and I'll post those descriptions or the links in the description below. Sorry, I've had like these, in Texas we have something called ragweed, and I'm severely allergic to ragweed, so like every day of September I've been struggling with it. And now it's October 6th, and I'm finally starting to feel better because of all the drugs. Anyway, I hope that helps you. Let me know if you have any other questions in the comment box below. Please like this and share it with your art buddies. And don't forget, we also have an Inktober contest too, so like, comment, and share my videos, and let's build this art army up. And until next time, guys, peace out.